Hey, so I am all for supporting women, for sure. But one of the things I'm most passionate about is awakening the divine feminine within all of us. I believe as human beings, we have masculine and feminine energy running through us at all times. Some of us allow our masculine to lead the majority of the time. Some of us allow our feminine to lead majority of the time. Few of us master the balance and the harmony between the masculine and the feminine energies. And I know there has definitely been more of me being in my masculine energy than my feminine. The masculine energy is the giving energy. The feminine energy is the receiving energy. And many of us struggle to be in our feminine and actually receive. So the masculine energy is based on power, logic, and control. And the feminine energy is based on love, compassion, and creativity. Now, doesn't it stand to reason that to have a balance and a harmonious existence between both energies would mean that we live a harmonious existence? So there'll be times in our life where we need to push through with our power and our logic and our control energies. But then there are times where we need to be in our receiving energy and allow love, compassion, and creativity to lead the way. And I'd just like to share a quick story with you, if I may. My underlying dominant unconscious story that developed when I was a small child is the fact that it's not safe for me to be me. What do I mean by that? When I've been in my power, when I've been aligned with my true self, when I've basically shone. Now, all of us, when we're connected, we shine. We illuminate ourselves and we illuminate the way. And therefore we become attractive, a bit like if we're the light moths to a flame, or darkness is attracted to the light. So when we're in our light energy, when I'm in my light energy, in the past, when I shine, I have been abused, attacked, or taken advantage of. So therefore, the logical response to that unloveliness would be, don't shine, keep yourself small. So therefore, I can be mainly in my fear and keep myself stuck. Now, once I realized that this was my story, it became then a conscious choice for me to release myself from this unconscious patterning. And because I just didn't want to attract any more abuse or unloveliness, being taken advantage of, or being attacked with either words or physical or whatever, right? So that's when my life began to change. So I came up with the acronym of helping me feel safe to shine. And I wanted to share that with you. So the S for me is to become still, to have a stillness between body, mind, and heart, to be able to pause and take a breath to bring me to that place of stillness. The H is to be able to hold the space for myself. So when I become still, my ego story will pop up and say, but hey, lovely, this isn't a good idea. You know, it wants me to be in my pain and because the ego's ultimate goal is to keep you in your pain, to keep you in fear. So once I started tapping into my heart, the ego began to feel redundant. So I had to then learn how to hold the space for myself. So the H being hold the space, meaning that once I become still, I then have to tell my ego that I understand what you're doing, but I'm in charge. I'm choosing to hold the space for myself and allow my heart to be present and to open. The I then for me is to have the intention, and an intention is to have a focused thought, to have the intention to remain connected and focused on my heart center. Because when I'm in my heart, I'm not in my head, and when I'm in my head, I'm not in my heart. So the I is to have the intention, while I'm being still and holding the space for myself, is to have the intention on remaining focused on my heart center. Then the N was for being in the now. And the NOW was to nurture my own wisdom. The wisdom and that brilliance that my heart knows, that my head doesn't, that the truth of who I am is the wisdom of my heart and the beauty of my heart. So to be in the now was to nurture my own wisdom. And then the E, when I'm in that space, I've become still, I'm holding the space myself, my intention is on my heart, I'm nurturing my own wisdom. And then the power comes when I can envisage. So the E is to envisage, to visualize myself. What does it look like for me to shine? What does it feel like for me to shine? And I can see myself and my existence in my life in my imagination, because if I can experience it here, I will experience it in the outside world. And once I began to really own and shine in my own power, that's when my life began to change. And I now no longer feel fearful to be me. When I shine, I am safe to be me, and my whole story changed. Does any of this resonate with you at all? Any thoughts, comments or sharings, as ever, are insights for us all. And my invitation to both men and women is, are you ready to shine? God bless.